back to what I was saying about my, my parents. They weren't married, and I'm not entirely sure if I was on purpose or an accident. I forgot to ask, but yeah.
That was an accident.
I was probably most definitely an accident. But that's alright. The accident babies turn out to be the greatest babies,
right? Look what I turned out to.
Yeah, look what I turned out to.
Because I know my mom did not purposely have me when she was 17 or 16 or however.
Yeah, a lot of the time we can't help it how we are, and so
people make fun of people. I don't know if they're making fun of me or praising me for having a young mom. By
the way,
your
mom is gorgeous.
Thank you. Well, thank you from her.
Yeah, I'll tell her that when she gets back.
Hopefully she'll be in a better mood. But yeah, I've been made fun of for the way I dress, for the way my hair is, for the music I listen to, the ringtones on my phone if my phone goes off. I've been made fun of because actually I was on I think it was Bon Jovi. I was in a Bon Jovi phase last year or the year before last.
Bon Jovi, by the way, you have aged well. If you're watching this, you have aged well.
But yeah, I had that as my ringtone. I think it was Eye of the Tiger isn't by Bon Jovi.
It's by Survivor, I think.
Okay, I think it was Survivor, but I was on a Bon Jovi phase then too. But it was Eye of the Tiger.
That's him. Oh. Yes, I got to go to a Bon Jovi concert on July 31st. Speaking of that god, that musical god, Bon Jovi.
Adding to the many that lived and have died.
The many, rock and roll gods. Freddie Mercury, you are a rock and roll legend.
It's right here.
I know. See, I can still do this. Freddie Mercury, you are a rock and roll legend.
But yeah, I was made fun of because I had Eye of the Tiger as my ringtone, and it was quiet, and I was taking a test, and my phone, someone called me, and it was it was just singing Eye of the Tiger, and I was made fun of for actually a really long time. I'm super clumsy. That was the part, actually. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And the last known survivor starts to spray in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. Anyways, that was kind of scary. That reminds me of that. I watched this video of Andy Six, and he was singing "Happy Birthday" to someone, and then it was really loud and it was really high, and then he started doing the lightning thunderstein thing. I'm lightning thunderstein. No, that's Dr. Black. I'll give you a big old kiss on the cheek if you can tell me what my favorite holiday is.
Kwanzaa?
But anyways, I was made fun of because I'm extremely clumsy. The first day of the school I started in 7th grade in, not something I'm gonna say, but I started school in the middle of the year, and it was pretty much an all-white school. Not to be racist, I'm not racist at all.
No, it's like a 99% white school no matter where you go around here.
Yeah.
It's pretty much 99% white school.
So, I sat down, and I used to do this cool thing because I'm super flexible. I used to do this really cool thing where I could, my bag could be right behind my desk, and, they're really sturdy desks that I used to have, and I could go like this and, grab my stuff, and, it would be no problem for me. But I did that, and the desks are shit where my school is, and I fell over, and I was made fun of that for a very long time. I was made fun of the people I dated, which I only dated one person from that school, and it was this guy, and I was made fun of a lot.
Yeah, I only dated one person from that school,
and
that
he
was
pisses me off.
The hugest mistake I have ever made.
I made the huge mistake of telling him I kind of liked him. Well, him assuming I kind of liked him, and then spreading it around the school.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake. I dated him, and thank God I broke up with him in time. Because he He knows who he is, Mr. Why can't you pay attention to me? I have a softball game going on. If I don't pay attention, I'm gonna get bitched out by the coach.
Yeah.
Because that's the way the coach works.
Oh, and I was treated like shit when I was on the volleyball team. The last two, 7th and 8th grade. I made the B team on 7th grade, and then I made A team in 8th grade. And what happened was, like, the people just didn't like me. Like, I don't know why. I think it was because they were, like, discriminating pretty much. I don't know, but, like, they just hated me. And so by 8th grade, I just gave up on volleyball. I still love volleyball so much, but I won't take it back in a lifetime to be treated that way, to be honest. Like, everyone treated all the other volleyball teammates, like, super nice. They never, showed me, like, they have the ace or whatever. Like, if you get an ace, you do the thing. I never understood the ace, to be honest. And I didn't even know the little thing that they did. And, like, if I didn't pay attention for 1 second, they would take advantage of that second and start, like, we would be practicing and I wouldn't be paying attention just for, like, that 1 second. And then, like, I would miss the ball and I would get yelled at. And it's like, really, you're going to treat me like this when I made the team too? I think it was out of pity, to be honest, because I'm not very good at volleyball. But, like, it just aggravated me the way they treated me. So I don't plan on doing volleyball ever in that school. So, anything you want to add?
Yeah, it's bullshit. Like, I went there my 8th grade year, and, I was on the softball team, and quite honestly, I probably made it out of pity as well. Because I sucked, and can't really hit for shit. But I can throw. I
can catch, that's it.
I can throw, hit. And I can kind of hit. But I can't catch for shit.
I am such a good catcher. I just have, like, my hands, if you can tell, they're shaking right now. My hands shake because supposedly I panic easily, but they move by themselves. And I don't panic easily. But I have anxiety attacks every so often, but...
Yeah, like, they treated me like shit, I was in the locker room and, I had this tank top type thing on. And I wore it because I couldn't find a lot of my clean shirts because they were in the washer that day. I forgot to take them out the night before. So I had to put them back on rinse, and that takes, like, forever with my washer. So my clothes were in the dryer when I left for school, and I wore this thing underneath this hoodie. And when I took off the hoodie, I was going to put on, my gym uniform to practice in, and they saw it and they were like, "Oh my god, that's so much like a hooker," But one of them was actually really nice and said it was cute. Thank you to that person. Because, and they expected me to be from, like, the ghetto. I'm not.
Actually, I think I'm from more of the ghetto than everyone thinks you are, because I used to live in Zion.
Yeah, I lived in Zion for 3 years.
I lived in Zion.
The first 3 years of my life.
That's pretty much 13 or 14 years of my life. Yeah, I think I've lived in Zion.
I lived in Zion for the first 3 years of my life, so I don't remember a whole lot of it, except for the apartment with cockroaches the size of my fucking face.
Yeah, my dad told me about that in Texas. That was kind of gross. They were like the size of the sponges. I was like, that's so nasty.
Yeah. And so, I was there for the first 3 years. And then I moved into the house where I live in now, and I've lived there for a good 12 years. And people automatically expected me, because of my skin tone, to know how to fight and to know how to be ghetto. But no. Like,
to be honest, I still don't even know how to fucking fight. I've gotten in one fight.
I can kind of fight because I've got all my older brothers and sisters, and we have to stop this video.
Like right now?
Yeah, so we'll continue with another one.